what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What is up, guys? This is Anti-Gravity Dogs coming at you from World of Warcraft. Currently, I'm just up really fucking late at night because my sleep schedule is completely, fucked up. Had a friend sleep over one day about a couple weeks ago, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, and we stayed up all night just chilling, playing World of Warcraft. So that's what all the cool kids do, right? And I ended up falling asleep around I want to say 8 a.m. And ever since then, my basically schedule is I wake up at 4 p.m., hang out, do whatever I do during the day, go to sleep at around 6 a.m., and then just repeat the cycle. It's starting to get really crazy. I need to get my sleep schedule back in order. I know what I need to do. I just need to, one of these days, I just need to stock up on caffeine and just stay awake as much as possible, just like throughout the day, just to get my sleep schedule back in order and just fall asleep at a reasonable time. But that is easier said than done. But this video isn't about my sleep schedule as much as I know you guys want to hear about my personal life. This video is about a common issue, not really an issue, but a common argument a lot of people have about World of Warcraft, and it is PvE versus PvP. And the argument's basically what's harder, what's the top 1% of each part of the game, what's harder to achieve, like clear everything, world first versus rank 1. And I have mixed feelings about this. The argument is, if you put the time into it, anyone can achieve world of first. But the same can be said about everything else in the world. Is if you invest the time into something, you're gonna get better at it, and you'll achieve what you want to achieve eventually. And it's a weird kind of slope we're dealing with right now, because while I believe that it's pretty even in terms of difficulty between PvP and PvE, I believe if you're good at PvP, if you excel in the PvP environment, you're going to excel in the PvE environment. And the reason behind that is basically, if you know your class well enough to PvP, if you know all the skills you need to use at the right time, chances are you can take that. And this isn't the case for everybody. I'm just assuming, just because I know a lot of people who've done it, and it's kind of common sense. If you're able to use your abilities to the utmost excellence, your priority, whatever you need to do in a PvP environment, you're gonna be able to take that into a PvE environment. Not necessarily do the same thing, obviously, because you do a lot of different. The playstyle between PvP and PvE for most classes is really different. But oh shit, I need to disable quartz. Lol, got a new UI, LVUI, in case you were wondering, and I absolutely love it. But I need to disable quartz because LVUI has its own cast bar set up for the little unit frames over here. So let me disable that really quick. Okay, but back to what I was saying. The bottom line is, if you're able to do PvP well, if you're able to PvP well, you're going to be able to PvE well, in my opinion. Most cases, I believe that's what usually happens. And if you're good at PvE, and I mean like the best in PvE, you'll probably do well in a PvP environment. But I think it's not as good of it's not an easy smooth. That's a good word. It's not a smooth. It's not. Wow, I cannot talk today. It's not of a smooth transition as it is from PvP to PvE as it would be from PvE to PvP. Just because this is where I don't want to say PvP is harder than PvE, but I'm trying to think of a way to put it without actually saying that. But basically, the skills needed at PvP can be translated into PvE environment. But you can't say the same thing about the skills required to be used in a PvE environment to be transferred into a PvP environment. You just can't do that, you know. You need a lot more utility at your proposal in a PvP environment, and I guess that's the case in PvE, but not nearly as much as you require in PvP. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, each has its ins and outs. Each, you know, requires a certain amount of skill to do it, obviously. And I'm not trying to belittle anything. World first in PvE, I'm never going to achieve. I'll tell you right now, I'm never going to. The chances of me, you know, being able to get into a top 10 guild and compete for world first, it's slim to none. I'm just not a good enough player to do that. And I'm certainly not a good enough PvPer to be rank 1 glad anytime soon, unless I paid someone to carry me. But, you know, I really don't care enough to be willing to pay somebody. If anybody's willing to carry me to glad for free, you know, just send me a real ID. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, you look at the percentages, I believe, you know, rank 1 glad is 0.5% of the, you know, WoW's population, and world first is like 0.1 or something like that, because most world firsts are done by a 25-man guild, because those 25-man guilds are usually more hardcore than 10-man guilds. So you look at the numbers, you know, there can only be one world first, but there could be multiple rank 1s, like, there's rank 1s on each and every server, so you can't really judge statistics. You can't use statistics to judge this, but to each his own. I guess it comes down to opinion, really. Whatever you think, whatever your little niche is, you do that. You roll with that. Do both if you enjoy them both, I guess. But you know, you can't really argue about it. There's so many variables that come into PvP versus PvE. You know, it's really iffy subject, and I try my best to explain my stance on it, even though it's probably going to sound really jumbled because I'm pretty tired right now. So, excuse me if I stop making sense at one point in the video, but, you know, I was just thinking about it today, and I thought, hey, you know, I should just make a video about it, get my thoughts out there, and, yeah, guys, I want to hear what you guys thought. Leave it in the comments below, and if you have any feedback on my commentating abilities, as low as they are, please leave some feedback in the comments so I can improve. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe if you're looking for more content, WoW-wise, World of Warcraft-wise, and just gameplays in general, little philosophical talks like this. I really like to express myself, and I like to hear what other people think about it and what they think about my opinion, which is why I do these videos, guys. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. I really have nothing else to say, and I hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys later.